Well, pretty much as soon as the puck hit me on Morgan's shot there late in the third, went pretty numb. So didn't feel very good and just went back to the bench and it was a little more painful. But obviously the adrenaline and the inflammation really hadn't set in yet. So just finished the game and talked to our training staff and just felt let's figure what we're dealing with. And honestly, didn't feel like it was too bad, even waking up yesterday. So. Was a little surprised by the circumstances, but could be a lot worse. And obviously, just have to be cautious on making sure I'm not putting myself at any risk to make it worse. So I feel, disappointing, but a little frustrating. But at the same time, I know it could be worse.
Frustrating because you and Mitch were sort of starting to feel it again. It seemed like.
Well, I think it's just everything. I mean, I don't want to miss any games. No one wants to miss time. This is what you work for. This is what you play the game for, to be out there to play and just continue to try to contribute and get better. So yeah, just missing time sucks.
Are you optimistic that you can be closer to the 2 weeks? Fractures usually 4 to 6, but might your situation be possibly different?
Yeah, I think that the main thing is we just have to be smart. And not put myself in long-term risk and, making it worse where it becomes a real long-term problem. So, I was really hopeful that it was something I was going to be able to play with. But the medical staff just felt there has to be enough healing to make sure that it's stable, that you don't put yourself in that position. So, obviously shooting for it to be back as soon as I can and come back and help this team. So, obviously as soon as I can, I want to be back. Not a finger, but I had thumb surgery a couple years ago, and I played with kind of ligament damage there for a couple of years and just kind of braced it. I had like a playing brace kind of thing. I thought definitely, especially when I woke up yesterday, it still didn't feel terrible. I mean, it wasn't feeling great, but I certainly thought it would be something I could play with, maybe brace and whatnot. But circumstances are what they are.
Is it pain or discomfort or both?
It's just very stiff, very, very stiff. Or use it just so I can make sure that it can get better as soon as possible. So it's hard to even really say how painful it is, but certainly it's very stiff. It's just not as functional as it normally is.
How confident are you with this team's depth that really they can go on without missing a beat?
I think the confidence is very high. I think a lot of the group that was here last year. We dealt with some injuries, some key players, handled it well, and a lot of that leadership core is back, and we'll, be able to deal with that. That's part of the season, part of hockey. There's always ups and downs, and there's guys that miss time, have injuries, certain set of circumstances. So, and I think we've had all 4 lines contribute so far has been a real positive sign for us. And it's huge to have that kind of depth and that kind of contribution, and it just creates great opportunity for someone else.
Is there any wisdom you can impart on the Bergeron assignment for whoever gets it here in 2 of the next 3 games?
Well, I think I know for myself is obviously you're aware who you're playing against and whatnot, but at the same time you want to establish your own game and make them have to try to play and dictate on your terms. And obviously he's a very responsible, very talented, thinks the game very well. So I think it's just to bring your best and to go out there and compete.